हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक टू प्रोक्राफ्ट इंडिया। मेरा नाम है आदित्य और आज हम शुरू कर रहे हैं हमारा सेकंड एपिसोड विद ऋषि। ये सीरीज़ का नाम है फर्स्ट इम्प्रेशंस। जिन्होंने हमारा फर्स्ट एपिसोड नहीं देखा उनके लिए थोड़ा सा इन्फॉर्मेशन। हमने ये सीरीज़ के लिए ऋषि को इनवाइट किया है। इस सीरीज़ में आपको देखने मिलेगा इन डेप्थ प्रोडक्ट रिव्यू, स्पेसिफिकेशंस, प्रोडक्ट नॉलेज और गिटार का ट्रू साउंड, एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली ऋषि का ऑनेस्ट फीडबैक। सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड। So in this second episode, we are covering the Enya X Series.
Yeah.
You may have noticed there's something different about it. What Enya decided to do was use different technology, a different approach, use some modern technology in the late 2019, and come up with this whole entirely different series. They had several concerns with regards to making guitars. In fact, all the guitar manufacturers do. We frequent a lot of factories, so we have a little idea of how it works. So, first and foremost is shortage of seasoned wood.
Right.
So what happens is, I'm sure you must have noticed.
People use cheap woods.
Yes, exactly. So either it's not really well seasoned or it's sourced from a place which is not really good. So the wood in turn is not the best.
Or you use like a super expensive wood and then the guitar becomes super expensive.
Yeah. It's not affordable at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either we have really cheap guitars or really expensive guitars.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
That. Secondly, environmental concerns. The tree covers reducing.
Yeah, deforestation and
so because of that, you need alternative solutions.
Okay.
And Enya is doing that. And third and most importantly, you live in India.
Yeah.
So you know the situation over here.
Yeah. Especially humid places.
Yeah.
But yeah, anywhere in India is a problem mostly.
So whether it's dry or extremely humid
or cold
or extremely hot, your guitar takes like several different shapes in every season.
True. And
have you experienced that?
Yeah, and the more expensive the guitar or the more high-end the guitar, the worse it's affected by weather conditions.
Yeah.
The guitars are made for like US and Europe conditions, not really India. I mean like your traditional guitars.
Of course. Yeah. Have you faced anything recently?
Yeah. One of my guitars is totally warped. I've recently given it to a luthier to fix. So yeah,
Alright.
It's quite the problem.
Let's hope it comes
every monsoon it happens.
Yeah.
So,
and it's not even monsoon yet.
Yeah.
But that's the reason Enya has introduced these. What you're holding right now is the X0.
Okay.
So before I jump into that, I'll tell you all about the series. It's starts from X0, goes all the way up to X4. X0 is like the entry level. It's under 15,000 if you're going without the pickup.
Yeah.
It's under 25,000 if you go with the TRANSACOUSTIC pickup. Yeah. As you go upwards, we'll talk about each guitar.
Yeah.
But to start with, this is the X0.
Yeah.
What you're holding is an auditorium shape.
Yeah.
And we have 3 different shapes in it. Unfortunately, we don't have the dreadnought today.
Okay.
So, you want to get started with this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So we spoke about all the problems that the guitar makers have to, tackle. And Enya's solution to it is basically using newer materials.
Okay.
So they use HPL, carbon fiber, mix it with solid wood. And even the fretboard, they've used newer materials for the fretboard.
Yeah.
So putting all that together, they've come up with like a whole different series.
Yeah.
And the X0 is the entry level for that.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give it a try?
Yeah, of course. Nice. Okay, first impressions. Very crisp and clear sound.
Yeah.
Which is good for a beginner guitar.
Right.
But also, earlier I was tuning, and I kind of noticed the tuning pegs are very good quality. Usually in entry-level guitars, you get these cheap plastic
Yeah.
ones.
You keep struggling, वो tuning चली जाती
हाँ,
है,
चली
फिर
जाता
से-
है. Exactly. So this one is really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a small point, but I thought I should
it
mention
makes
it.
a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the fretboard is very smooth, especially for a beginner guitar. बहुत सारी entry level guitars पे you'll have a rough fretboard.
Yeah.
So especially for beginners to pick, to finger and stuff like that, and to slide or anything, it becomes difficult.
It's interesting you mentioned that because this is rich light.
Yeah.
It's not rosewood.
Okay.
You know the situation with rosewood today. It's,
Yeah. Some shortage. Yeah.
It's a lot of shortage or it's very expensive. The good quality ones are very expensive. High end guitars पे अभी भी आता है.
हाँ.
वो बहुत अच्छा quality आता है या ebony आता है.
हाँ. Okay.
So rich light is a very good solution to it.
And ये मतलब traditional wood नहीं है.
बिल्कुल
But
नहीं.
it still sounds like I wouldn't think that it's made from carbon fiber or something.
No,
like
this is HPL.
HPL, okay, yeah.
So the back and sides and even the top is HPL.
Okay.
So yeah, it's basically completely weather resistant, as you may call it.
Mm-hmm.
No scratches at all.
Okay, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really strong as a material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's literally like a take it anywhere, do anything kind of guitar.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah. So the X0 comes in multiple shapes.
Okay.
You have what you're playing right now is the auditorium.
Okay. Yeah.
इसमें भी options आते हैं. इसमें आपने देखा होगा TRANSACOUSTIC भी है.
हाँ.
The ED, which is the dreadnought.
हाँ.
तो dreadnought unfortunately हमारे पास नहीं है, so you can't try it right now. The EM
Is
the mini, the 36 inch.
okay. It's a mini version.
Yes, that's
Like
right.
a traveler guitar.
That's the travel guitar.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, the same specs, completely same specs.
Okay.
कुछ फर्क नहीं है.
Hmm.
And अभी हम लोग just launch करने वाले हैं the EGA, which is the Grand Auditorium.
Okay. Last time when we looked at the Next G, वो बैक के अंदर इतना सारा कुछ था.
Yeah.
It came with a lot of accessories.
Right.
So, is that the case for these guitars also, or this is an entry-level guitar? But I'm just
Yes.
asking.
Enya does this. It's a good question because Enya goes to the extent of making a whole package.
Mm-hmm.
Even though this is an entry level guitar, इसके साथ बहुत अच्छा padded bag आता है. जो TRANSACOUSTIC है उसके साथ बहुत अच्छा केबल भी आता है.
Okay.
But that's about it. Let's get into an extensive sound test and hear what it really sounds like. now that you've tried all the guitars, the entire range, let's hear your final thoughts.
Okay. Let's start at X0. I think the X0 series are very good entry-level guitars. I have a lot of people who always ask me they want to start learning guitar.
Right.
So they ask me for recommendations,
Right.
and usually what I tell them is if anything under 15,000 is all the same.
Of course. Yeah.
Matlab, as long as it's not too cheap,
Right.
it's mostly the same.
Right.
I feel like in this case, Enya has really stood out with HPL or carbon fiber with all their technology and stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
To the point where if you're going to spend 15,000 on a guitar or in the 10 to 15,000 range, in like usually I would say just take everything, it's all the same, but here I think it would make sense to even recommend Enya simply because of all the advantages.
That's quite something.
Yes, because otherwise guitars in that range are all homogeneous in my opinion.
Of
because
course.
how much better can a 14,000 rupee guitar be from a 13,000, like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So I really like them. I think they're crisp and clear, they feel good, and more importantly for a beginner, they're easy to play. So
That's
if-
important.
If you're just starting out, you're getting a good guitar, I feel it's worth getting a guitar like this. But of course, I think for a beginner guitarist, the best bet is to come in and try it for themselves.
Yeah.
Because
That's very important.
I think especially अगर आप beginner हो तो it should feel comfortable in your hand.
Right.
सब कुछ comfortable
साइज
size
होना चाहिए आपको, एक्शन क्या कंफर्ट लगता है,
हाँ, बिल्कुल,
स्ट्रिंग के गेज,
yeah.
lot of several
Yeah.
factors.
So sound is important, but yeah, as a beginner, feel is also important. I think.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you watched, please subscribe to our channel. We'll have a lot more videos like this. ये हमारी series अभी बाकी है काफ़ी. Of course, we must have missed out some things in the video. काफ़ी extensive किया हमने कोशिश करने की. But you can always leave comments and we would like to reply to everything that you want to know.